Mariah Carey, a name synonymous with vocal excellence, chart-topping hits, and an iconic presence in the world of music. Her powerful voice and incredible range have earned her the title of the Songbird Supreme. But behind this legendary artist lies a story of resilience, love, and struggle, shaped in no small part by the people who brought her into the world, her parents. To truly understand Mariah Carey, we must first delve into the lives of her parents. Patricia Hickey and Alfred Carey, two individuals from vastly different backgrounds whose union would forever impact the music world. Patricia Hickey was born on February 15, 1937, in Springfield, Illinois. She grew up in a traditional Irish-American family, deeply rooted in their cultural heritage. Like many Irish immigrants of the time, Patricia's family pursued the American dream with a fervent belief in hard work and resilience. Patricia's early years were marked by a deep passion for the arts, particularly opera. She had a voice that captivated those who heard her, and she pursued her dreams with determination. Patricia eventually trained as an opera singer, a rare and impressive feat for a woman of her time and background. She was determined to carve out a space for herself in the competitive world of classical music. In the 1960s, Patricia moved to New York City to chase her dreams. The city was alive with artistic energy, and Patricia thrived in this environment. It was here that she met a man who would change the course of her life forever, Alfred Carey. Alfred Carey, born on October 23, 1929, in New York City, was of African American and Afro-Venezuelan descent. His father, Roberto Núñez, hailed from Venezuela, a country known for its rich cultural tapestry and diverse heritage. Alfred's mother was African American, and together they raised Alfred in a melting pot of cultures that influenced his worldview. Alfred was a charismatic man with a strong sense of identity. He served in the U.S. military as an aeronautical engineer, a role that would shape his disciplined and methodical approach to life. His career eventually led him to work as a mechanical engineer, where his skills were highly regarded. Despite his professional success, Alfred faced significant challenges. In an era marked by racial tension and segregation, being a man of mixed heritage presented numerous obstacles. However, Alfred navigated these challenges with dignity and grace, traits that he would later pass on to his children. When Patricia and Alfred met in New York City, it was a meeting of two worlds, an Irish-American opera singer and an Afro-Venezuelan engineer. Their relationship blossomed quickly, but it was not without its challenges. Interracial relationships were still taboo in many parts of the United States, and the couple faced prejudice and discrimination from both sides of their families and society at large. Despite the odds, Patricia and Alfred's love endured. They married in 1960, and their union brought together a blend of cultures, traditions, and dreams. Their marriage, however, was not just a story of love, it was also a story of resilience. Patricia and Alfred were determined to build a life together, despite the external pressures that sought to divide them. The couple eventually settled in Huntington, Long Island, where they started a family. In 1969, they welcomed their third child, a little girl named Mariah. This child would grow up to become one of the most iconic figures in the music industry. Mariah Carey's childhood was marked by the intersection of two distinct cultures, yet it was also marred by difficulties. Patricia and Alfred's marriage began to strain under the weight of societal pressures, financial difficulties, and personal differences. The racial tension they faced as a mixed-race couple also affected their children, who struggled with their own identities. Despite these challenges, Patricia nurtured Mariah's early love for music. She recognized the extraordinary talent in her daughter and encouraged her to explore her vocal abilities. Patricia's background in opera undoubtedly influenced Mariah's vocal style, especially her impressive range and control. However, life at home was far from idyllic. The strain on Patricia and Alfred's marriage eventually led to their separation when Mariah was just 3 years old. The split had a profound impact on Mariah, who has often spoken about the difficulties she faced growing up in a broken home. She lived with her mother, but the absence of her father left a void that would later influence her music and her personal life. After the separation, Patricia became the primary caregiver for Mariah and her siblings. Life wasn't easy for a single mother in the 1970s, but Patricia was determined to provide for her children. She took on various jobs, including vocal coaching and working as a vocal consultant to make ends meet. Patricia's influence on Mariah was profound. She not only encouraged Mariah's musical aspirations, but also instilled in her a strong sense of independence and resilience. Mariah has often credited her mother with teaching her the importance of hard work and perseverance, qualities that would later define her career. Through the highs and lows, Patricia remained Mariah's biggest supporter. She introduced Mariah to a wide range of musical genres, from classical to jazz, and encouraged her to experiment with her voice. This eclectic musical upbringing would later become a hallmark of Mariah's unique sound. While Alfred Carey was not as present in Mariah's early years due to the separation, his influence was nonetheless significant. Mariah has described her father as a reserved, stoic man who valued discipline and education. Although their relationship was distant at times, Alfred's presence in her life was deeply felt. My father wasn't around much after my parents divorced, but I always knew he loved me. There was a quiet strength about him that I've carried with me throughout my life. As Mariah grew older, she sought to reconnect with her father, and they were able to rebuild their relationship. Alfred passed away in 2002 after a battle with cancer, but his legacy lives on in Mariah's music and the values he instilled in her. The story of Mariah Carey's parents is one of love, resilience, and survival. Patricia and Alfred's union, though fraught with challenges, created a legacy that would give the world one of the greatest voices in music history.